My son alerted me last night right after dinner to these tweets from Foster Moreau, free agent tight end, 4 years with the Raiders, visited with the Saints, and during that visit with the Saints had a very thorough physical, thorough enough to reveal that he has Hodgkin's lymphoma. He's going to step away from football while he takes on the challenge of beating his new opponent of cancer. And kudos to the Saints. This isn't the first time. They've found issues with guys in the past. And as you said last night, Chris, we were texting about this, some of the physicals are very cursory and perfunctory, and some take a deep dive. And we've talked from time to time about Lamar Jackson and his stomach issues, and I've said, man, at some point, give that kid a colonoscopy and make sure he doesn't have Crohn's disease. As somebody who has Crohn's disease, I can relate. Jay Cutler, losing weight, nobody knew why, playing for the Broncos, what's going on? Oh, they finally realized, let's check his blood and his sugar. Let's check his sugar in his blood, as the case may be. Let's see if he has diabetes. Oh, he does. That explains it. So kudos to the Saints for having the kind of thorough examination of these players. It's good for the team. It's good for the players. It's good for everyone, because now Moreau knows he has this disease and he can fight it. And like any type of cancer, the sooner you know about it, the better off you are, because the sooner you can fight it. And I say that to anybody out there. Let me just do a quick PSA. If you have any symptom, if you have that little nagging feeling that there's something that's not right, but you don't want to find out because you don't have time to deal with it now. You don't want to have to deal. You don't want to hear the C word. You're worried about your insurance. You're worried about this. It's not going to get any better. You're going to have peace of mind if you go get checked out. And if it is what you fear it is, the sooner you know, the better off you're going to be, and the greater chance you're going to live to be there for the people who need you. All right, that's the end of my PSA.
Yeah, well said. No, that's the truth. I think especially in man world, sometimes we're too proud, or we just, I'll be okay, and you don't do the things that your body's telling you to do to get something checked there. I mean, crazy. I mean, it's amazing. It's sad. It's everything, this story right here. I mean, it's but thank God they caught it. I mean, that's the bottom line. Like you said, you never like to see this type of story. A young guy, and, in the prime of his career, and now he gets thrown a curveball like this. That's tough. But thank God, they caught this, like you said. And now he's got a fighting chance to get after this thing and get ahead of it. But yeah, I think that's the thing because I think that's the thing that surprises people again about the NFL, and a little about, the medical aspect of them, where, as I was explaining to you on text last night with some of the other people that are involved with PFT, not all teams do the thorough, exam when you get signed by a team, or if you made the football team. There's a number of teams where it's just like, hey, let's check your knees, your ankles. Okay, have you ever had a concussion? Any other injuries? Let's check that. Boom, that's it. But then you have other teams who go in depth into more of the, the heart stuff, and a true, thorough, total body health examination. And that sounds like what the Saints do. And because of that, yeah, they're saving people. So, yeah, credit to them for spending a little extra money to do these thorough examinations on all the players that come through their organization.
2017, long snapper John Dornbos found out he had an aortic aneurysm that required open-heart surgery when he took a physical with the Saints. So kudos to the Saints. Although they're doing it for their own purposes because they're making significant financial investments, it's still something that has a clear collateral benefit to the individual, treating players like patients, making sure you are getting someone who is fully healthy for your purposes and for their purposes as well. So good for the Saints. We can only wish that more teams would do the same. Hopefully this inspires them to follow suit. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.